10 seconds.
Madam, we are live.
Good afternoon, dear members. Welcome to the 13th Annual General Meeting of Aditya Birla Fashion and Retail Limited. I am Gitika Anand, the Compliance Officer and Company Secretary of your company. In view of the ongoing COVID pandemic and the social distancing norms, this meeting is being conducted through video conferencing. Accordingly, the physical attendance and the facility to appoint proxy has been dispensed with. The deemed venue for this meeting is the registered office of the company. The meeting is convened in due compliance with the directions and the COVID relaxations issued by the MCA and SEBI from time to time. We appreciate you joining us virtually today in spite of the challenging times. While meeting you all in person is always delightful, we hope that this virtual AGM is as worthwhile as the physical AGM for all of you. We now confirm that we have the requisite quorum and this meeting is being called to order. It is my pleasure to introduce the directors of your company present on the panel. I will go in alphabetical order, starting with Mr. Ashish Dikshit, the Managing Director of your company. Mr. Himanshu Kapania, the Non-Executive Director and Vice Chairperson of the Board. He is also a chairperson of two committees, that is Stakeholders Relationship Committee and Corporate Social Responsibility Committee. Mr. Nish Bhutani, Independent Director. Ms. Sukanya Kripalu, an Independent Director and Chairperson of the Nomination and Remuneration Committee. Mr. Sunirmal Talukdar, Independent Director and Chairperson of two committees, that is the Audit Committee and Risk Management Committee. Mr. Sushil Agarwal, Non-Executive Director. Thank you. We also welcome Mr. Jagdish Bajaj, the Chief Financial Officer of the company, and the representatives of the statutory and secretarial auditors of the company, that is Mr. Aditya Bhawwala and Mr. Dilip Bharadia. The notice and the standalone and consolidated financial statements for the financial year 2019 and 20, along with the board's report and the auditor's report thereon, was served electronically to all of you who have registered your email addresses with the company or the RTA or the depositories. Accordingly, the notice convening this meeting along with the director's report thereon will be considered as read. Further, since the statutory auditor's report and the secretarial auditor's report neither contain any qualifications, comments or observations, nor highlights any matter having adverse effect on the functioning of the company, the same are not being read at this meeting. Further, please note that all the inspection documents can be accessed through the inspection tab on the InstaMeet portal. I would now like to take you quickly through the flow of the events for this meeting. Firstly, we will proceed with the appointment of a chairperson for this meeting. As per the provisions of the applicable laws and the articles of association of the company, all the directors present at the meeting shall elect one amongst them to be the chairperson of the meeting. Thereafter, the chairperson will conduct the meeting and address all of us. This will be followed by a question and answer session. The members who have already registered as speakers and have an assigned serial number will be called out in that order. Other members can submit their queries through the chat box or send us an email on our registered email ID. All your queries shall be responded by the company officials in due course via email. Post the question and answer session, we will move for the remaining proceedings of the meeting and will conduct the e-voting. Members who have not already voted through the remote e-voting facility. Now, may I request the directors to elect one amongst themselves as the chairperson for this meeting.
Hi, Gitika. Good afternoon. I'm Sushil Agarwal. I propose Mr. Himanshu Kapania, currently the Vice Chairman of the company, as a chairperson for this AGM of your company.
Gitika, I propose Mr. Kapania. I second Mr. Agarwal's recommendation and propose Mr. Kapania to chair the meeting today.
Thank you. May I please request Mr. Kapania to kindly occupy the chair and commence the proceedings of this meeting?
Directors on the panel for electing me as the chairman of the meeting. Good afternoon, dear shareholders. Let me start my speech. A very warm welcome to respected shareholders of our company. It gives me immense pleasure to address you all on the 13th annual general meeting of your company. I've structured my address to you in sections where I would cover the overall economic scenario, an overview of the industry, a quick recap of events in March 2020 following outbreak of COVID and how we responded to the challenge, along with an update on performance of your company. Towards the end, I would also like to give a quick update on our resumption activities while covering our broader strategy and how we are setting your company up to emerge as a really strong player, primed to emerge as a leader in the post-COVID world. Let me first set the context of the business environment which prevailed through most parts of the financial year 2020. The global economic outlook for 2019 as projected by IMF was comparatively more pessimistic than the previous years under the shadow of trade tensions. The prolonged disputes and policy uncertainties caused significant disruptions to international supply chains throughout the year. While the economic outlook for India remained favorable, the country saw a slowdown as the GDP growth rate was pulled down due to the stress on our financial sector and weak rural demand. The government announced various initiatives through the course of the year to aid the economic revival, like cutting the corporate tax rate. The situation worsened towards the end of February 2020 as the COVID pandemic struck us. To further help revive the economy post-COVID, the government announced the rupees 20 lakh crores Self-Reliant India package. The package, equivalent to 10% of the country's GDP, was structured around embarking on a path to become self-sufficient. These sought to address issues around liquidity in the market with focus on the cottage industries and the MSME sector, amongst others. Now, let me turn my attention to the apparel sector. The global apparel market has historically been dominated by United States, Europe, and other developed regions. However, economic shifts from the West to the developing nations are causing a dramatic movement in the demand patterns of this industry. The developed markets are now showing matured characteristics, which is reflected in their saturated growth rates. These markets of US and others have already seen deep penetration of organized retail and branded apparel, with online channel too having significantly deepened the penetration. In contrast, the low penetration level of organized retail and online channels and favorable factors such as the young demography with a large population in the working age place the markets in developing countries like India at a favorable position. Closer home, the Indian apparel sector is one of the key employment generators. The industry employs about 9% of total Indian workforce directly, while contributing to the livelihood of a further 12% of the workforce through allied sectors. While the global market deals with saturation, India has become a focal point for the fashion industry as rising consumption due to favorable demographics and higher disposable income boost its demand dynamics, while efficient manufacturing, global sourcing capabilities, and improved retail and e-commerce penetration drives access and experience, making it an extremely attractive market. The market is expected to grow at a CAGR of over 10% in the coming years, with the branded apparel sector expected to grow much faster. Let me now take you through the performance of your company for the financial year 2020. It is only fitting that I talk about the performance in two parts. Firstly, the first 3 quarters of a near perfect journey, and secondly, the final quarter of of last year, the month of March 2020 in particular, which saw us witness an unprecedented disruption. Talking about the first 3 quarters, analysis of the trend of 9 months results over the last 3 years exhibits a strong growth trajectory. In this 9-month period for the last 3 years, from financial year 17-18 to financial year 19-20, your company achieved sales CAGR of 13% and EBITDA CAGR of double digit of 31%. The company's margin expanded from 6% for 9 months in financial year 17-18 to 8.1% for 9 months in the last financial year. The performance trends for January 2020 and February 2020 continued along a similar trajectory with double-digit like-to-like growth posted by both lifestyle brands and Pantaloons. However, by the beginning of March 2020, as the pandemic spread and panic grew, retail was one of the most impacted sectors as nationwide lockdown induced movement restrictions and shutdown of stores. We too noticed a dramatic slowdown in sales and footfall during this period. The nature of our business is such that it works on a largely fixed cost model. At normal time, it allows the company to leverage the fixed cost and deliver improved profitability. However, a sudden and steep shortfall in sales, as was the case during the pandemic, didn't allow us to leverage our fixed costs and hence deeply affected our profitability. The company took cognizance of the situation and quickly embarked upon measures to improve liquidity by arranging adequate banking lines. We also triggered multiple initiatives around cost rationalization, aiming at making the cost structure optimal for a disruptive sales scenario. Most of this was made possible through the support of our employees, real estate, and vendor partners. Important to note that while these initiatives will help us in the short run, as in the long run, it is our long-standing relationship with our partners and their belief in the strength of our business and robust operating model that will hold us in good stead when we get back to normalcy. The full year revenue reported a growth of 8%, rising from rupees 8,118 crores to rupees 8,743 crores. But despite the impressive performance through most of the year, EBITDA saw negative growth from rupees 619 crores in the last year, that is year FY 18-19, to rupees 518 crores in the financial year 2019-20, primarily due to impact of COVID-19, along with one-time write-down in the fast fashion segment due to transition of People brand. Due to the above, the overall EBITDA margin of the company shrunk by 170 basis points from 7.6% in FY 18-19 to 5.9% in financial year 19-20. Your company adopted the new lower corporate tax regime, which will help company to save cash flow for next 2 years. In this regard, your company had to remeasure its deferred tax assets, which had one-time impact of rupees 130 crores in last financial year. But for this change, the reported PAT would have been negative 15 crores for FY 20. In the previous year, your company made strategic investments of rupees 170 crores to venture into the highly lucrative ethnic wear segment through Jaypore and Shantanu & Nikhil. While Jaypore is an ethnic apparel and lifestyle retailer selling its products both in domestic and international markets through its e-commerce channel, Shantanu & Nikhil are renowned courtiers in the Indian ethnic space. I think it's important to also talk about what your company did in the later part of the last fiscal when the COVID pandemic hit our country. Exhibiting highest level of agility and collaboration, your company worked with government agencies and initiated production of critical personal protective equipment for our COVID warriors in their fight against the virus. Our facilities team undertook great initiative to re-engineer our factories and machinery, while duly following stringent sanitation and distancing norms for our staff. We managed to produce over 8 lakh overalls, 10 lakh 3-ply masks, and 50 lakh cloth masks in possibly the quickest turnaround time. Along with this, your company's response towards its own business was principally focused around employee and customer safety, cost control, and cash conservation. The safety of our entire workforce was our first priority, and hence your company became one of the first few corporates in the retail space to shut its offices and factories as a precaution. During the disruption, your company undertook various initiatives to ensure the physical and mental well-being of all its employees, including their family members. Your company was also one of the first players in the sector to launch a comprehensive COVID assistance and emergency response program, better known as CARE, to provide medical, health, and consulting facilities to its employees and their families. On the cash front, your company took cognizance of the situation and took quick and drastic measures on cost cuts and cash conservation. The company has initiated a deep and comprehensive cost reduction exercise to cut fixed costs, majorly rentals and manpower costs, along with other discretionary spends like advertising, travel, etc. The company also took various steps around working capital optimization through repurposing existing inventory and scaling down new buying. Leveraging its strong parentage, the company was able to utilize existing and new banking lines to ensure that the business had ample liquidity. Also, to infuse strength into the balance sheet during these unpredictable times, your company successfully completed its rights issue of rupees 1,000 crore. The issue evinced strong interest from promoters, large shareholders, and retail investors. Your company could mobilize rupees 496 crores in the first tranche during the quarter and adding much needed strength to its balance sheet. Let me give an update of the current situation on ground. Post-lockdown was lifted in a graded manner as on 31st August 2020, close to 90% of our stores network is operational. Our resumption has been planned meticulously, as in early April 2020 itself, your company had set into motion stringent protocols around safety and hygiene, benchmarked on global best practices and standards to ensure that our stores are absolutely safe places to shop at. Stores have also been re-engineered to allow a contactless shopping experience with adequate provisions for digital payments, quarantining of return garments, and revised procedure for garment trials. As you could make out, our teams have left no stone unturned to ensure that our customers can continue to visit our stores with no concerns, so that their shopping never stops. I would urge all the shareholders to experience yourself the work that our employees have done on the stores. Displaying tremendous agility, our brands have not only created products like fashion masks, which are more contextual in current times, but have also been working closely with their digital and enablement teams to roll out other innovative ways of reaching out to the customers. Our store staff is assisting their regular customers through WhatsApp commerce, while kiosks and pop-up shops are being piloted to reach more and more of our customers. The hyper-local model too is being implemented to leverage our wide distribution network, utilizing our store inventory and staff to service and deliver customers' orders placed online. Let me move on to detailed discussion on the performance of your company has been captured in the management discussion and analysis section of the annual report for the last financial year. Allow me to, however, take you through broad strategic direction followed by your company in its endeavor to strengthen its leadership position. Number one, building strong brands. Over the years, your company has built some of India's most iconic brands, and we are proud of it. The characteristic feature of these brands have been their ability to evolve with changing customer needs. Our portfolio of lifestyle brands, well-known brands, Louis Phillips, Van Heusen, Ellen Solly, and Peter England are market leaders in their own sphere. Each of these brands continue to add increasingly relevant products and categories to their basket of offerings. Our innerwear and athleisure business builds on the brand equity of our existing lifestyle brands. Collaboration with super premium global brands allows your company to operate in the premium end of the market. Our large apparel retail format brand Pantaloons is taking significant strides in its journey of establishing itself as a leading brand in the value fashion segment. The brand has managed to successfully expand its customer base by appealing to new customers through targeted marketing campaigns and reinvigorated identity while venturing into newer categories like home and sarees. For a highly successful brand reinvigoration work that the team has executed over the last 2 years, Pantaloons has received multiple awards and accolades. Pantaloons recently was recognized as the most trusted fashion retailer by Brand Equity. In the times ahead, as consumers are likely to opt for trusted brands, your company endeavors to continuously offer the most desired brands for its customers, each brand continuously evolving to meet the changing needs of our customers. The second strategy is portfolio approach. While our existing brands always strive to continuously evolve themselves to keep pace with the changing customer needs, your company is always on the lookout for other lucrative areas in the apparel sector from an entry perspective. Your company's foray into women's and kids wear has seen a very favorable response in the market. Our innerwear and athleisure business continues to offer products that delight our customers. Also, our company's recent foray into the ethnic space through Jaipur and Shantanu & Nikhil are receiving strong consumer traction, supporting our strategy to build a large move in the largest and one of the fastest growing apparel segment. Our endeavor has always been to be the first choice for all fashion needs of our customer across segments and varying occasions, and your company will continue to expand its portfolio, keeping pace with the changing consumer needs and preference. Third strategy, reaching a wider customer base. Organized retail in India still has a huge potential, which is yet to be explored. Tapping this opportunity, your company added over 1,000 stores over the past 3 years. Untapped rural markets present another exciting opportunity for branded players to service newer customer bases. Taking cognizance of this opportunity, your company launched newer formats tailor-made for these offerings, offering consumers what could be their first branded apparel experience. Peter England, for instance, through their Red format, successfully added over 200 stores in the first year of its operation. We also ventured into mass brand space through a pilot under a brand Style Up, which we have gradually been testing across multiple markets for the last 3 years. After successfully experimentation to accelerate it to the next phase in this large space, we have integrated Style Up operations with Pantaloons to leverage strength of Pantaloons to gain rapid scale in Tier 4 and Tier 5 markets under the brand Style Up. Apart from expanding deeply and widely geographical through physical means, our brands are also aggressively driving reach and access amongst digital channels by significantly accelerating investment in our brand websites and forging deeper and more meaningful partnerships with e-commerce players. That brings me to the fourth strategy, digital transformation. The digital capabilities of your company have been key area of focus for the management. Your company have tried to adopt technology into various processes, primarily aimed at enhancing consumer shopping experience. While the company continues to build its omni-channel capabilities, it is also creating an engaged digital presence across all media channels, which has become a primary source of brand discovery for the customers. In the past 90 days, the company has viewed ramping up its e-commerce play as a key priority, with brands launching apps for all its brands, apart from improving the experience of brand website. On the back end too, your company is continuously working towards finding new ways to improve the efficiency of its processes and build an agile organization. Your company has made significant advances in adopting newer technology to shorten supply chain lead times, driving freshness and greater variety in stores. Most notable of these changes was your company's adoption of the 12-month format, which was a first for the industry. Rapid digitization has also led to emergence of newer business models designed around services like personalization and subscription, offering greater flexibility and variety to consumers. During the disruption, it was these digital adoptions that allowed your company to continue servicing its customers. Our recent initiative around the alternate ways of reaching customers during the period of lockdown were also fueled primarily through better adoption of technology. While there were more immediate interventions like video selling, WhatsApp commerce, or hyper-local delivery models where stores were leveraged as our core assets and merchandise was brought to homes of consumers virtually. More longer-term moves such as launch of reinvigorated brand apps, artificial intelligence-enabled styling services, personalization services, etc., were successfully rolled out. Finally, our people. Your company takes pride in its immense talent pool and believes in constantly nurturing and building this talent, which gives it a formidable competitive edge. Building on the principles of professional meritocracy and progressive organization, the company focuses on people development at the core of its business strategy, with a vision to drive a high-performance and customer-centric culture with happy and value-oriented employees. The biggest brands and the best people is a philosophy that drives ABFRL. Your company has well-known brands in its repository, and it is the people behind the brands who have made the brands what they are. The unique employee value proposition of your company, a world of opportunities, makes it a preferred employer for professionals in the industry. ABFRL is committed to strengthen its employees' value proposition in every aspect: career growth, learning and development, reward and recognition, enrichment of life through healthy work environment and well-being program with the aim of benefiting each and every member of our 25,000 strong workforce. I would now take a few minutes to talk about sustainable business practices, one of the important parameters of our business. As a part of the Aditya Birla Group, sustainability is fundamental to all our endeavors, and your company echoes ABE's responsibility towards society, environment, and every stakeholder in constructing a stable and responsible foundation for the enterprise. Your company is committed to integrate sustainability in business decisions across our value chain with an aim to redesign the future of business. Over the past decade, we at ABFRL have been pioneers in driving sustainability to the forefront of the fashion and retail industry. This year is slated to be an important milestone in our re-earth journey with the commencement of Sustainability 2.0. Through this initiative, your company plans to widen the scope of these sustainability initiatives from operational efficiencies and product life cycle to developing product-centric approach. We, as a responsible organization, aim to provide thought leadership and establish, disseminate, and accelerate the sustainability drive in the industry. To achieve this, we continue to strengthen our collaboration with like-minded entities like Sustainable Apparel Coalition, Ellen MacArthur Foundation, and Cotton 2040. In the reporting year, we progressed in our intent towards building a circular economy. Our strategic collaboration with Circular Apparel Innovation Factory, in short known as CAIF, C-A-I-F, is a significant move that will drive circular business practices across India's textile and apparel industries. We continue our unflinching efforts towards community development with our unique village development program built on the Sansad Adarsh Gram Yojana SAGY guidelines. This program is run across Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, and Odisha to bring about holistic development of villages on multiple fronts such as education, health, livelihood, digitization, and water. We are very proud to inform you that your company was ranked 8th globally in the Dow Jones Sustainability Index, DJSI, Corporate Sustainability Assessment in the textile, apparel, and luxury goods sector. Your company was also awarded Sustainable Corporate of the Year 2019 by Frost & Sullivan and Terry, and the CII IGBC Green Champion of the Year 2019. Your company continuously reviews the progress of its sustainability missions and related projects and initiatives while ensuring all environmental, community, and social risks are well covered to provide strategic inputs in driving sustainable and great community development goals. I would like to thank you all for being partners in our journey. I can very confidently say that your company has built a very robust business resting on key strategic pillars such as number one, a portfolio with boosts of some of the country's most iconic brands. Number two, one of the widest distribution network. Number three, digitally advanced organizational setup. And number four, credible management and capable team continuously working towards delivering excellent products and offering enhanced shopping experience to its customers. On behalf of the whole management team and my colleague board members, I take this opportunity to assure each one of you that our belief and conviction on Indian consumption story and the large opportunity that Indian apparel sector has stays unflinched, and so does our aim and aspiration to build. I would like to convey my gratitude towards the team ABFRL, whose relentless hard work and unwavering focus and dedication has seen us through these tough times and has always enabled us as a formidable organization. Kudos to Ashish Dikshit and his team. I would also like to take this opportunity to express our gratitude on behalf of the board and shareholders to our retiring directors. Firstly, to Mr. Pranab Barua, second to Mr. Arun Tyagarajan, and thirdly to Mr. Sanjeev Chaudhary, who ceased to be directors of the company in the past year. Their wise counsel and technical expertise has played a significant role in enriching the board, and we are truly grateful for the same. We are also pleased to have with us Mr. Surmal Talukdar and Mr. Nish Bhutani. Their addition will go a long way in complementing the skills and expertise of the board. We are confident that their effective guidance and perspective will help enhance value for all our stakeholders. Finally, I would like to take this opportunity to thank all our franchisees and vendor partners, bankers, shareholders, and other stakeholders for their constant support and faith in our ability, especially during these trying times. It has been an honor to address all of you here today. I wish you all the very best and stay safe.
Thank you, Mr. Kapania. We'll now move on to the question and answer session. I'll just give some general instructions for the speakers. All the members are currently placed on mute. The moderator will unmute the speaker member after calling out her or his name in the order of the assigned serial number. Each speaker member shall have 3 minutes to complete their speech. Speakers are kindly requested to restrict the questions to the business of the meeting. The company reserves the right to restrict the number of questions and speakers for the smooth conduct of this meeting. Before speaking, you are requested to click on the audio as well as the video icon appearing on the screen. If for any reason you are unable to connect your video, you may only use the audio mode to speak. Further, we recommend using earphones to minimize the background noise. If there is any connectivity issue at the speaker's end, the moderator shall mute such speaker and move to the next member. However, such speaker would be given an opportunity to speak at the end, subject to the limitation of time. I now request the moderator to call upon the speakers in the serial number assigned to them.
Thank you, ma'am. The first speaker for the event is Ms. Hitokshi Shyam Patel. Ma'am, Ms. Hitokshi is not available right now, so we can move on to the next speaker, Mr. Piyush Ranjan.
Sure.
Mr. Piyush Ranjan is also not available. The next speaker for the event is Mr. Yusuf Yunus Langawala.
Hello, respected chairman. Can you hear my voice, sir? Hello.
Sir, we can hear you.
Yes.
Yes, Mr. Yusuf, I can hear your
sir.
voice. Please go ahead.
Respected chairman, my fellow shareholder, very good evening to all of the board of director. I am very thankful to Mrs. Gita madam and his team for giving me a chance in COVID-19. Sir, this is a very glad to have a pantaloon, parts of the pantaloon, sir. You have purchased a pantaloon, sir. Pantaloon does not require anything, sir. उनका नाम ही काफी है सर पेंटालून का सर. और सर आपने बताया सर ये स्पीच कि हाउ सर हाफ एन आवर स्पीच दैट वाज वेरी एक्सीलेंट सर. अभी तो मेरे को कोई पूछना ही नहीं सर इस बारे में सर. आपका स्पीच ने सब बता दिया सर. अपना कंपनी में क्या है क्या नहीं है सर. व्हाट वी आर फेसिंग सर. ओनली वन क्वेश्चन सर. ये जो कोविड-19 था इन 4 months, what is a store all the store were closed, this some was working sir, and sir this store after the close in 4 months, so what the sale down in this 4 months sir. And now in this month you can say it is August, and what is in this 2 months, and you can say July and August sir, whether in this 2 months our store is working properly sir, and how many people are working with this store sir. Any people you remove from the store sir. And sir, one more thing that I would like to ask. Yeah, 1 minute, sir. Yeah. And sir, a lifestyle. Sir, discount coupon if you give a product purchase 20 or 30%. So it will be help our business, sir. It is a part of the business, sir. If you give us discount, so on purchase, if you purchase 1,000, if you purchase a 2,000 product, so you will get a 10% or 20%. So that will help us also, and we will be very happy, sir. Sir, what competition we are facing with a Big Bazaar and Reliance retailers, sir? What competition, sir? These two are the use, sir. Anything to merge with the Reliance, sir? In your mind, sir, nothing mind, because the Reliance are taking at present, they're taking Big Bazaar also, sir. Big Bazaar gone to Reliance, all the store. Now they belong to Big Bazaar, sir, Reliance store. Big Bazaar belong to Reliance, sir. Nothing more in your mind to our. It will be sir different audience sir, and nothing more to add. I am end my speech in the time limit. And sir, I would like to factory, sir, where we have a factory, sir. If you have a factory, so I would like to after COVID-19, sir, any people affected in COVID-19, sir, अपना office में sir, in the factory, sir, in our staff, any people affected in COVID-19, sir, and sir, nothing more to add. I am this Aditya Birla Group, that is Hindalco Group, all the companies, sir. I am the chairman, I am the group, I am the holding all the excellent companies, sir. Nothing more to add. I end my speech praying the God coming in the festival is a Dussehra. My good wishes for the Dussehra, Diwali, and all festivals, sir. Thank you. Jai Hind, Vande Mataram, Bharat Mata ki Jai. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you,
And also-
Mr. Yusuf. Thank you so much. You want to say something else? Rajiv, over to you.
Sir, they are very good. Thank you very much, sir. Bye bye.
Rajiv, the next speaker, please.
Yeah, thank you, sir. The next speaker is Mr. Dinesh Kutecha. Mr. Dinesh, you are live now, sir. Mr. Dinesh, you can ask your question, sir.
Mr. Dinesh, we can see you are in mute. Can you unmute yourself and ask question, please? Mr. Dinesh, please go ahead. Ask your question. We can see you on the screen. Request you to ask your question. Any trouble with audio?
I'll speak, sir. I'll speak. No problem, sir. I'll speak.
Yes, sir. Please go ahead. We can hear you. Please go ahead. आपने mute. You are on mute.
No,
Can you
sir.
unmute yourself? Yes. Please go ahead.
I'm unmuted, sir. Sir, your commentary on the company is working, and the speech given by you was excellent. I would like to have a copy of it or by email, sir. Sir, first of all, I would like to congratulate for keeping the meeting at 4 p.m. because all the market hours are over and we are also free in the evening so that we can talk with you in a better position, sir. Sir, my questions were, we have raised 1,000 crores by way of rights. And in the last August 18, 24, 25, 38, 31st of August, we have repaid commercial papers. So I'd like to know what is the debt equity ratio now as on 31st of August, if you can give me, because I'm not able to reconcile the things. Sir, 80 to 90% of our stores are reopened. But what is the pickup of the stores? I mean, what is the footfalls of the stores? I would like to know. So the stores are open 90%, but the footfalls have it been as good as pre-COVID period? I would like to know that, sir. Sir, again, you have given in your presentation that we have saved 445 crores by way of rent expenses, other expenses, employee expenses. That comes to nearly 4.94 crores per day. But as against that, our revenue is only 319 crores per 96 crores. Now, how many days revenue is it totally? Because if I do some calculation, it comes to nearly only 15 to 16 days revenue in the first quarter. Again, our loss is 4.43 crores per day. Now that is a huge loss because we have been, having a turnover of nearly 24 crores per day on an average. So, all these setbacks that we have been facing or we have faced, how are we going to overcome it? Sir, my next question remains that distribution on the market, luxury, super luxury, premium, super premium, value and mass. Now, which is one particular segment that we are going to see a surge sale now in this Diwali or festival season or third quarter of this particular year and fourth quarter? And where are we targeting now our sales growth? We have got 4 subsidiaries. I would like to know what is the rationale for keeping these subsidiaries, sir. Sir, e-commerce response to our sales platform, you have mentioned somewhere it has gone up tremendously. By what X it has gone up, the sales response to the e-platform sales. Sir, I would like to know the percentage of dead stock, slow moving stock, non-moving stock in stocks as on 31st March and 30th June both. What is the percentage and what are we doing about it? Sir, COVID-19 mask you manufactured on the Madura brands, was it a social service or have you made any contribution to cover some fixed costs? Sir, again, any critical commitments which have been deferred now? Number of stores closed or restart or started, new started, and how many staff has been affected due to COVID. Other than that, sir, I mean, I would like to know, going forward, you have raised 1,000 crores and you must have repaid the commercial papers. Now, what can we see? Because we are in the 13th year, sir. 13, 14, 15, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So 4 years are there for the teams, 6 years are there for the teams to remain. So do you think that in the next 6 years, we will be having a huge jump in the turnover and the turnaround and the profits and all that? I mean, how do you see yourself placed after 6 years? That I would like to know. Once our teens are over, 19 is over, I'm giving you 6 years time. I mean, what will be the flight that we'll be taking? Any ideas on that, sir? I'd be very happy to write an email also later on to Geetika so that you can reply to my other questions also. Thank you very much and wish you all the best.
Thank you, Dinesh. That was a mouthful of questions, but it's so nice of you to have spoken. We'll just move to the next person. Rajiv, can you please call out the next name?
The next speaker is Mr. E.S. Krishnan.
Thank you very much. I just want to confirm that you're able to hear me loud and clear.
Yes, I can hear you absolutely loud and clear, Mr. Krishnan. Please go ahead.
Excellent. Thank you very much. Thank you, Ruth. And good evening to the ABFRL board and the management team. I've got a bunch of questions. Actually, I've got 9 questions, and I'll finish it off in 3 minutes. This is basically for me to get a good perspective and gain a better understanding of our company. My first query is, I wanted to get an understanding if our return on capital employed is lower than the average cost of capital. So I'd just like to get some clarity around it. And if the returns are lesser than the cost of capital, are there any strategies or plans to increase the return on capital employed? My second query is around the debt. I'm aware that we had reduced debt significantly in financial year 18 and 19. But if I take a 5-year data, our 5-year CAGR revenue growth is less than 10%, whereas debt has grown by 12.5% CAGR in the same period. I'd like to get an understanding, is our top line growth fueled by debt over the last 3 to 5 years? My third query is, our debt has doubled in the last 1 year. Can you provide us an overview in terms of where this debt has been utilized and what is the weighted average cost of debt? And what are the debt reduction plans going forward? My fourth query is, I'm aware that this particular industry is a very fixed cost intensive business model, and this is the norm in the retail industry. I'd like to know if there are other retailers, both in India or overseas, that are operating on a very, very lean model or in a very alternative model, which are much more, EBITDA efficient. My next query is around discount sales and e-commerce. With discount sales and e-commerce becoming a norm now, and I think it will be definitely permanent in my view, I would like to know what are ABFRL's plans to play this discount and e-commerce game or theme and still be profitable. The seventh query is, you have identified innerwear and ethnic wear as 2 priority growth areas. So I'd like to get an understanding in terms of what are our top line and margin or EBITDA aspirations for these 2 categories over the next 3 years, COVID notwithstanding at this point of time. My 8th query is, I'd like to get an understanding of our capital allocation policy and what kind of broader return objectives and timelines we set out when we allocate capital for a particular division or a particular project. And my last query is, I'd like to get an understanding is if there are any targets, performance metrics goals set for each of our divisions or categories for the next 3 years. This is more from a revenue, EBITDA margin, profitability, and a free cash flow generation perspective. I'm aware that we are in the midst of COVID, so I think it's difficult to get a visibility at this particular point of time. But if there is any kind of thinking on those lines, I'd like to get an understanding. That's it from me. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Krishnan. Thank you. They were very insightful questions, and we will answer all of them in a while. Can we move to the next person? Rajiv, could you call out the next speaker, please?
Sir, the next speaker is Mr. Santosh Kumar Saraf. Mr. Saraf, you are live now.
नमस्कार सर।
नमस्कार।
माननीय सभापति जी और मेरे निर्देश समिति के सदस्यगण और मेरे शेयर भाइयों बहनों जो आज सब हम वीडियो कॉन्फ्रेंस के थ्रू प्रेजेंट है, सर्वप्रथम मेरा सभी को नमस्कार सर।
नमस्कार।
सबसे पहले मैं आशा करता हूँ कि हमारे भी जितने भी कंपनी से रिलेटेड मैनेजमेंट के लोग हैं, स्टाफ है या वर्कर है और उनकी फैमिली सब स्वस्थ होंगे सर। है उनकी स्वास्थ्य की भी कामना करता हूँ सर। मैं मैनेजमेंट को मैं जानता हूँ कि इस साल डिविडेंड नहीं दे सके, प्रॉफिट होने के कारण में डिविडेंड नहीं मिला क्योंकि पुराना है तो एक्टिव लॉस चल रहा है, उसको भी मेकअप करना जरूरी है और इसके साथ में अपने को केस भी बचाना जरूरी है कि कोविड की सिचुएशन कब तक चलेगी, अनसर्टेनिटी की कोई नहीं। आज भी 90,000 केस आए हैं, इसकी सिचुएशन कब तक चलेगी, इसलिए केस सरप्लस भी रखना जरूरी है क्योंकि अपने को सैलरी तो देनी पड़ेगी ना, और राइट इसे भी निकाला है, अगर वो पैसा सैलरी देने में चले जाएंगे तो अपने क्या करेंगे। इसके अलावा सर एक सर ये कोविड का जो इम्पैक्ट है ये आपने बताया है, इसका इफेक्ट क्या ये भी आपने बताया, बड़ा अच्छे से बताया सर। और भी कुछ है तो नहीं सर। अब मेरा पोस्ट कटिंग के ऊपर में आपसे प्रश्न है और सुझाव भी है कि अपने जितने डायरेक्टर्स हैं, जितने पे मैनेजर स्टाफ है, इनके उस कटिंग के 1 साल के लिए कटिंग के बाद मान लीजिए सीटिंग फीस होती है, रेगुलेशन होते हैं, कमीशन होते हैं, और भी कह रहे की चीजें अपने को परस्यूट भी देने पड़ते हैं और भी फैसिलिटी देनी पड़ती है। तो 1 साल के लिए 30% कटिंग करते हैं इनकी तो शायद इनको कोई विशेष फर्क पड़ने वाला नहीं है, कंपनी को सरप्लस काफी होगा क्योंकि अपने मिडिल क्लास इम्प्लाई को नहीं कर सकते, वो तो डेली लाते डेली खाते सर। लेकिन आप लोग विचार कर सकते हैं, अगर पॉसिबल हो तो जरूर विचार करें। इसके अलावा सर मैं आपको मैनेजमेंट को काफी धन्यवाद दूंगा कि लॉस हुआ अपना, फिर भी आपने 3 करोड़ 38 लाख रुपया CSR में खर्चा किया सर। लोग प्रॉफिट होके जो CSR उसको भी खर्चा नहीं करते सर। मैंने कभी करीब 120 मीटिंग अटेंड की आज तक, मैंने कई कंपनियों में देखा हुआ 80 करोड़ रुपया 90 रुपया अनस्पेंड करते हैं और पिछले कई साल से अनस्पेंड कर रखे। एक कंपनी तो 385 करोड़ रुपया बिजनेस कर स्पेंड ही नहीं किया, जवाब मांगे तो जवाब कहते नहीं, इस साल 80 करोड़ मांगे, जबकि कैटेगरी पर ऐड होना चाहिए था सर। ये आपको मैं बहुत धन्यवाद दूंगा। लॉस के बाद भी आपने अपनी एक्टिविटी जो CSR के है उसके लिए दायित्व से किया। इसके साथ सर मैं एक धन्यवाद और देना चाहूंगा कि आपने वुमेन एम्प्लॉयमेंट 53% रखा सर। मैंने अभी जितनी भी कंपनी अटेंड की है उसका सेकेंड हाईएस्ट देखा मैंने। फर्स्ट कंपनी मैंने पेज इंडस्ट्री देखी थी जहाँ 82% वुमेन एम्प्लॉयमेंट था और आपके यहाँ देखना कि 53% वुमेन चाहिए। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। मैं इसको देखिए आप वुमेन को ज्यादा से ज्यादा इम्पावरमेंट करना चाहते हैं सर, और मैडम भी हमारी जो है आनंद वुमेन है सर, है तो यह है कि इसी तरह और भी ज्यादा आप इम्पावरमेंट करेंगे सर। पर एक चीज सोचने लायक है सर मेरे थॉट में कि जो डिसेबल एम्प्लॉय जिसको मैं डिफरेंटली और एबल एम्प्लॉय करते हैं ये बहुत कम है सर। ये कई परसेंट नहीं आती, 0.26% है। इनके ऊपर भी आपको ध्यान देना जरूरी है। समाज में इनको आगे बढ़ाना अपना कर्तव्य है और विशेषकर आत्मनिर्भर भारत उनको आत्मनिर्भर बनाना जरूरी होता है। तो मैं ये समझता हूँ वो भी उनको अगर आप मौका देंगे तो कोई ऐसा आविष्कार कर देंगे डिजाइन का या कुछ का कि जो आपको लीडर हो जाओगे। डिजाइन भी लोग बनाते हैं। अब देखिए आई से जब उनको फर्स्ट एग्जाम करने का मिला था हीरा सिंह फर्स्ट आई है, उसके 25 साल पहले एक वुमेन को एग्जामिनेशन देने का मौका मिला था, कुछ कानून मौका मिला था फर्स्ट आई था। उसी तरह जब ओलंपिक में पैरा ओलंपिक में इनको जब चांस मिलते तो गोल्ड मेडल लाते इंडिया की तरफ से। तो मैं चाहूंगा कि अपने ये भी अगर मेरे को वैज्ञानिक का नाम नहीं है जो कुर्सी पर आते सारे जो उन्होंने कितने बड़े आविष्कार किए थे वो भी खुद थे, अभी नाम अभी ध्यान नहीं आ रहा था। मैं आपसे रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा इनके बारे में आप जरूर इनको विचार करिए। एक सर अपने डिस्प्यूट के 19 कुछ पेंडिंग पड़े हुए सर, तो इसको क्योंकि इसमें कई बार मैंने पूछा तो मेरा जवाब है कि हमारी लीगल एक्सपर्ट कहता है कि हम लीडिंग पोजिशन में, ये उनका कहना ठीक है, लेकिन हम लाभ नुकसान देखते हैं और अगर हम फीस देते थे तो ज्यादा चले जाएंगे और उसका अगर रिटर्न को मिला तो लॉस में गए ना सर, प्रॉफिट में नहीं गए। तो इसको विचार कैसे करना, मतलब सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट ने नई गवर्नमेंट ने निकाली है, सबका विश्वास विद्वान के विश्वास ये ताकि अगर कुछ कंपनियों का लीगल फीस भी बचेगी सर और हेडिंग भी कमती होगा सर। ये विचार करने लायक चीज है सर। इसके बाद हम ज्यादा समय नहीं लूंगा, 3 दिन का समय था, मैंने 4 या 5 मिनट ऊपर ले लिया। लेकिन आज जो मीटिंग हो रही है सर उसमें टोटल अटेंडेंस कितनी होती है जब आप जवाब दे रहे हो, तो बताइए सर कितने लॉगिन किया सर। इसके अलावा सर मैं आपसे पूछूंगा जो फिजिकल मीटिंग हुई थी उसके बाबत कितना खर्चा हुआ था, जिसमें हमने एनुअल रिपोर्ट भी छपाए थे, नोटिस भी छपाए थे, रहने पर कुछ अरेंजमेंट भी किया था। इसके अलावा जो डायरेक्टर बाहर से थे जो आए थे उनके लिए भी अपने को ट्रेवलिंग खर्चा और स्टे खर्चा था, तो इसमें मैं सोचता काफी। और इसे और अभी बीच को जो निकले मैं सोचता बहुत अच्छा लग रहा था। तो आप देखिए, आप भी है और भी कहीं है तो बाहर से काम कर रहे थे, आज घर से बैठ कर रहे हैं, कोई दूसरे गाँव से बैठ कर अटेंड कर रहा है, मैं कहता से अटेंड कर रहा हूँ। आज तो मैं ये वीडियो कॉन्फ्रेंस मीटिंग नहीं होती, साथ जिंदगी में मुझे मौका नहीं मिलता अटेंड करने का, कि मेरी सैलरी और ये जर्नी तो फंसाती नहीं है। तो मैं आपसे एक रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा सर, अगले साल अगर फिजिकल मीटिंग आप करने का विचार रखते हैं तो इसके सामने वीडियो कॉन्फ्रेंस मीटिंग भी रखिए। वो कहते हैं कि कानून में अगर परमिशन देगा, शेड्यूल परमिशन देगा, तो मैं आपको एक चीज हाईलाइट करने चाहता हूँ सर इसके बारे में, कि मैं इन्फोसिस की मीटिंग अटेंड करने जाता हूँ बंगलोर, तो मैं बंगलोर 3 महीने के लिए जाता हूँ, तो उसमें इन्फोसिस मंडे की काफी मीटिंग होती है। तो इन्फोसिस वाले क्या करते हैं सर, कि आपको फिजिकल के साथ में वीडियो कॉन्फ्रेंस मीटिंग भी रखते हैं, तो आप 15 से 20 मिनट की वीडियो कॉन्फ्रेंस मीटिंग कर सकते हैं, जिससे बाहर वालों को मौका मिलेगा और अपने दिल की बात कहने का मौका मिलेगा। और सर लास्ट में सबके स्वास्थ्य की फिर कामना करता हूँ कि अच्छे होंगे, सब अच्छे रहेंगे, अच्छा हेल्थ रहेंगे, कोविड की सिचुएशन भी काफी जल्दी चली जाएगी, अगले बार साथ मिलेंगे तो हंसमुख के साथ में मिलेंगे। धन्यवाद, जय हिंद, जय भारत, जय श्री राम, नमस्ते सर आपको।
थैंक यू, नमस्कार आपको लिए, थैंक यू सो मच संतोष कुमार जी, और आपका सुझाव हम ध्यान में रखेंगे अगले साल के लिए। लेट अस होपफुली गेट ओवर द कोविड सिचुएशन क्विकली। राजीव, कैन वी मूव टू द नेक्स्ट स्पीकर प्लीज?
Sir, the next speaker is Chandravati Gatani.
हेलो,
हाँ, आपकी आवाज आ रही है चंद्रवती जी? यस, यू कैन स्पीक नाउ प्लीज।
सर मैं चंद्रावती में जॉइंट होल्डर हूँ, ये सर्वानंदा गटानी। नाइस मीटिंग यू चेयरमैन सर, आप लोग बहुत बड़ा नाम है सर, बहुत अच्छा लगता है आप लोगों से मिलने पे। एंड ऑल्सो मिस्टर आशीष दीक्षित जी, नाइस मीटिंग यू सर। मैंने आपके बहुत सारे इंटरव्यूज देखे हैं और ये अपनी कंपनी कुमार मंगलम बिरला ग्रुप की टेबल की कंपनी है, तो लाइक हिंडेल्को, ग्रेसिम, अल्ट्राटेक सीमेंट वगैरह ये एकदम उस लेवल में ही जाएगा सर। TFO, I have gone through your accounts, Mr. Jagdish Bajaj, and it's a nice account. I will be coming to it, sir. And Geetika Anand ma'am, nice talking to you. You gave me a call 2 hours back on my request. Ma'am, बहुत अच्छा लगा. You are so hardworking and you did the thing very nicely. But I would like to add 2 more things, ma'am. Your voice is also very nice and you look very beautiful, ma'am. कभी हो सकता है हमने मिले नहीं मिले, but you look very beautiful. And I am a very old shareholder. My daughter was also saying, my daughter is taking a CA final. I am also a chartered accountant. My daughter was saying, because I was in another meeting in Tata Metallic right now. तो मेरी daughter बोली कि उनको देखिए कितना hard work है. And I have gone through your remuneration etc. also. I know. Now coming to the account part, sir, our some positive are revenue from operation was 8742 crore as compared to 8117 crore in the previous year, up by 7.7%. You get very good things, sir. The whole credit goes to chairman, but sir, though vice chairman, I think he have become from 1st January 20, but Mr. Ashish Dikshit ji, आपको पूरा क्रेडिट सर। My second point is अपना cash and cash equivalent at rupees 264.91 crore compared to rupees 57.19 crore in the previous year is a very great thing, sir. अभी कोविड के टाइम में तो ऐसे ही अपने को पैसा बचाना है और ये बहुत पॉजिटिव चीज है सर। My third positive that I felt in the balance sheet, our current company has 3031 plus stores across more than 750 cities in India. Retail space reaches to 8.1 million square feet. As of March 20, we are talking, sir, not the recent developments. A very great thing. So, we do have a lot of potential and our total brands under the management of Aditya Birla Fashion are Louis Philippe.
आपकी आवाज आ रही है, चलिए।
नहीं आ रही है आवाज? आवाज आ रही है सर?
आवाज आ रही है, प्लीज कंटिन्यू।
हाँ वीडियो भाई, वीडियो देना। एक मिनट सर। हाँ
आप ऑडियो में कंटिन्यू करिए।
हाँ, थैंक यू वेरी मच सर, मेरे को देखने का चाह रखने के लिए। मैं तो एमडी सर को देखना चाहता हूँ, कभी एमडी सर और चेयरमैन सर आपसे मिलना भी चाहता हूँ, बहुत शौक है। मैं कुमार मंगलम बिरला से मिला हुआ हूँ, मैं उदय कोटक से मिला हूँ, और बड़े शौक है, लाइफ शॉर्ट है, और कोविड में तो आजकल 80 साल का एज का आदमी को 55 में पार कर। आई लॉस्ट 2 ऑफ माई रिलेटिव सर, तो पता नहीं दिन कितने हैं आप लोगों से बात कर रहा हूँ, और कोविड ने ये मुमकिन किया, और गीतिका मैम ने। हाँ, नाउ सर with Peter England, Allen Soft, Peter England with 1023 store, I'll be speedily doing it. Allen Solly with 345 store, Pantolin with 342 store, and many more, sir. Just a second. I see a great future, sir. अभी मैंने कुछ कंपनी के शेयर और भी खरीदे, being a investor. Sir, मेरे still कुछ queries है, sir. Our current borrowing increased to rupees 1.0, sir, from 474 crore, sir. Why, sir? 3 गुना 4 गुना हो गया, तो इस पे अपने को इंटरेस्ट देना पड़ रहा है, अपना मार्जिन हिट हो सकता है, सर. Our company made a loss after tax of rupees 145.19 crore as against profit of rupees 321.22 crore. Why, sir? अपने लॉकडाउन था 21 मार्च से 31 मार्च, 10 दिन 12 दिन, तो ये क्या कारण है? काइंडली आप लोगों ने जरूर एनालाइज किया होगा, आप लोग को तो हर महीना पढ़ता बैठता होगा, हर 15 दिन में आपका फोर्टनाइटली मीटिंग बैठता होगा, तो मेरे को ये जानना है सर, ये मेरे गले के नीचे नहीं उतर रहा। एंड अपना एक स्टैट्यूटरी ड्यू है 22.4 करोड़ का, इसका क्या स्टेटस एज ऑफ नाउ है? अगर अपने लूज करते हैं केसेस, जो बहुत, चलो ये लिटिगेशन चलता रहता है, वरना क्या होगा सर स्टेटस? 1 more minute, sir. I love this company, sir, and I am a very old shareholder. कुमार मंगलम बिरला की नाम आती उस कंपनी का शेयर मैं ले लेता हूँ सर। आई नो कुमार मंगलम 5th richest पर्सन है, इस कंपनी को भी वो उठाएगा, वो मोड में नहीं है, मैं तो चाहता हूँ कि वो इस कंपनी को भी शेयर करे। तो ये, एंड नाउ सर माय 2 requests. One request is with the MD Mr. Ashish Dikshit and another with CFO Mr. Jagdish Bajaj. सर आप दोनों को विजिटिंग कार्ड मेरे को चाहिए, अगर आप लोग को प्रॉब्लम नहीं हो तो काइंडली मेरे को विजिटिंग कार्ड दीजिएगा। गीतिका मैम के पास मेरा नंबर, आई लव टू स्टोर योर नंबर, कभी मौका लगा तो आपके एटीएम में पर्सनली होगा सर, या कभी आप टाइम दोगे दिसंबर जनवरी में, मेरा लीन क्लियर रहता है ऑडिट से, तो मैं अपने खर्चे पे आपके लिए आऊंगा, आपका फैक्ट्री हो कुछ हो तो मैं देखना चाहूंगा, और एमडी और सीएफओ सर से मिलूंगा, नथिंग पर्सनल अबाउट इट, मेरे को शौक है। चेयरमैन सर ये रिक्वेस्ट आपके लिए भी, थैंक यू वेरी मच, एंड गीतिका मैम थैंक यू अगेन, यू आर डूइंग अ स्प्लेंडेड जॉब।
Thank you, Mr. Chandravati. Stay safe. Rajiv, we'll move to the next speaker, please.
Sir, the next speaker, Mr. Pramod Kumar Runta and Puspa Devi Khandelwal. Both the speakers have not yet joined, so can we move to the next speaker?
Would you call out them once? They not joined?
Mr. Pramod Kumar Runta.
Okay, let's move forward.
Is Puspa Devi Khandelwal.
She's also, you can't see her name?
Yeah, no, they have not yet joined. The next
Okay.
is Mr. Anand Mundra. Mr.
Anand, please.
Yeah, good afternoon, good members, management team and fellow shareholders. I have 5 queries, so I will take down. The first one is, sir, it's a very difficult year for the company and formal wear may be hit for a long time as work from home is gaining traction. Given this background, how much cost we have reduced and what is our monthly sales number to achieve break-even at EBITDA level and PBT level? The second question is, sir, how much loss is expected from inventory write-off during this year? Third is, sir, what is the revenue of the company from online channels both in Mathura and Pantaloon, and how do you see this going forward in FY21 and 22? So the online channel, I'm assuming that would be more profitable. So will it help us to reach 10% EBITDA margin? Fourth is, sir, by when the management is expecting to get back to pre-COVID level of revenue, both at Pantaloon and Mathura? So the last query is, we are a very capital efficient company, but due to goodwill, our debt is very high. The market cap of the company may go substantially if we reduce our debts to around 500 crore levels. So wanted management view on that, sir. Our competitor Trent has a double market cap of ours, which 1/3 of our sales. I'm through with my queries, sir. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Anand. We move to the next speaker, Rajiv. Could you please call out the name?
The next speaker is Mr. Gautam Tiwari. Mr. Gautam, you are live now, sir.
Mr. Gautam Tiwari, please. Good evening.
Good evening, sir. Am I audible, sir?
Yes, very much audible. Please go ahead with the question.
Yes, sir. Honorable Chairman, sir. Very, very good evening to all my distinguished and well dignified directors, Aditya Birla Fashion team, and fellow shareholders. Sir, I'm very happy to mention that we have got our excellent team has got even our Dikshit, Jagdish Bajaj, and yourself and Company Secretary Geetika Anand, and all other very big and good and proven names and abilities of directors. I'm very sure in the future days, in the days to come.
Can we be a little closer to the mic? We can't hear you. Your
sir,
voice is very feeble. Yeah.
Sir, can you listen to me now?
Yeah, that's better, much better. Please go ahead.
Sir, so I'm very much happy that in the future to come, we are going to get much better days from your experienced business acumen and business sense. Sir, I'm glad. I have my special thanks, sir, to our MD, our CEO, our CFO, our company secretary, and the entire and the full accounts team and secretarial team, and the entire management of the company for their extraordinary and beautiful and worthwhile performance during such a challenging period of pandemic. Sir, our company has worked really very hard in identifying the project and areas of CSR activities and which are really beneficial to the public at large. Sir, for my experience, sir, here I would like to specifically mention that our company secretary Geetika Anand, she has done a lot of efforts and she has produced a very good balance sheet and dispatched well in time. And moreover, sir, ये सारी कसरत मशक्कत हार्डवर्क करते हुए तो वर्चुअल मीटिंग के लिए दौड़ भाग करनी पड़ी, उसके लिए तो हम समझते हैं कि जरूर हमारी कंपनी सेक्रेटरी का वजन 1-2-3 किलो तो कम जरूर हो गया होगा और इसीलिए वो स्लिम दिख रही है इस समय. And we are very happy that we are able to see her face smiling. Successfully, she has organized this AGM so smooth and conductance of the meeting, which is really to be complimented to. Sir, out of my curiosity, और सर आपकी ओपनिंग स्पीच में आपने इतना अच्छा कंपनी के वर्किंग को बताया कि हमें बहुत ज्यादा कुछ जानने की आवश्यकता उसके बाद में नहीं पड़ी. Out of my curiosity and better understanding, sir, Chairman sir,
yes, I can hear you.
And better understanding of the working of the company, I have got some questions in my mind, sir. Which are our top brands that contribute more than 50% of our sales volume, sir? How has the company has the company seen any supply constraint during the period of pandemic, And if yes, to what extent and in which areas specifically? Sir, impact of our COVID pandemic situation and lockdown on our business and retail stores, and to what extent our business suffered because of this. Sir, we have got the competitors in the areas of lifestyle and fashions. Like we have got Arvind, recently we have got this Future Group, we have got Reliance Group, but they are having their lifestyle and fashions. So what special or specific measures, sir, we are taking to make our be one step above our competitors and having good business in the whole year to come? So upon that, are we spending any how much amount we are spending on R&D and on the new techniques that we take over from our other researchers? Sir, I would like to know, sir, how many of our employees were COVID affected? How many of them have recovered, and how many are still recovering and in the hospital taking treatment? Sir, what are the safety precautions taken for our employees who are working in and who are working in factory and retail stores? Sir, as far as the cost is concerned of this virtual AGM, we have saved quite a lot. So, would you be kind enough to mention as to how much have you saved on account of this? Sir, I am very happy to see you hale and hearty. Of course, physical meeting में तो मिलना बहुत अच्छा लगता है, लेकिन इसके बावजूद भी आपसे hale and hearty मिलकर बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है. सर, राइट शेयर आपने देके बहुत अच्छा काम किया. कुमार मंगलम बिरला की कंपनी, वी आर द शेयर होल्डर्स ऑफ कुमार मंगलम ग्रुप. All of their companies since from our forefathers' days, and we are very happy that you are the acting chairman, and really you have proved your abilities and business acumen and business sense in progressing our business. Sir, as far as our CSR activities are concerned, I am very happy that you are doing much better. I would like to know, sir, how much, if we have contributed, how much have we contributed to the PM CARES Fund, and is it a CSR spending? सर, हम आपके साथ हमेशा थे, आपके साथ हमेशा हैं. आपको continued support and total trust, confidence and faith we have got in you, and it was there, it is there, and it will remain throughout. And we assure you that till we are on the planet Earth, we will be there with you for all your endeavors and deeds. Sir, at the same time, I would like to congratulate, I would like to thankful to our employees, staff, and all workers who have been, despite the pandemic challenge, have been working tirelessly and giving us the progressive results. Sir, I am very sure our company is safe in your hands, and in the days to come, it is going to reap better and better days and better profits, and will reward the shareholders blissfully and generously. Sir, I wish you a very, very long, happy and successful life, a very खुशहाल जिंदगी, और आने वाले सभी त्योहारों की जिस तरह चांद चांदनी से महक जाता है आसमान, उसी तरह से आपके अच्छे बिजनेस एक्यूमेंट से ये सारा का सारा बिजनेस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन महक उठा है, और हम सारे शेयर होल्डर्स और स्टेक होल्डर्स सभी खुश हैं, और इसी तरह से ये महकता रहेगा और खुशबू देता रहेगा और हम सभी को आनंदित करता रहेगा. इसी के साथ सभी त्योहारों की शुभकामनाएं और बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद. Thank you very much for patient listening.
Thank you so much, Gautam, and you also stay safe. Rajiv, if I am correct, then this was the last speaker. Is anybody pending?
No.
Okay. So thank you to all the speakers, friends, for your insightful queries and a long list of queries. I'm going to ask the management, especially Ashish Dishit, to be able to give a consolidated response to the set of questions that have been asked. But before answering the same, I'm sure they're preparing the response quickly. We would like to take you through our product basket of safety essentials, specially designed for protection in these COVID times.
So, welcome back and very good afternoon to all the members of the meeting today. First of all, let me thank you for a very active participation. We have more than 250 people who attended our meeting today. And I could see a lot of familiar names, people who have come with us in past years. Always good to see old members coming back. Let me start with the question answers that you have, and I'll try and cover as many questions as possible over the next 15-20 minutes. Let me start first with the first set of questions which are asked by Mr. Yusuf. And Mr. Yusuf had talked about how have the store openings played out over last 4 to 5 months. As you know, our stores had shut down by around March 22nd. But let me also tell you that somewhere around March 5th or 6th, our sales had started to fall very dramatically. And by March 13th and 15th, sales had dropped less than half in terms of footfalls. And after that, we kept stores open for about a week and then shut all the stores network down by March 22nd. For much of month of March, April, and for early part of May, all our stores were shut. We started to open stores in smaller cities in the month of May, and only in the around middle of June did a substantial part of the network open. We had covered in our Q1 results that by the end of Q1, by June end, while our 70% of the network had come in, our sales were still at about 25-30% level. Subsequently, last 2 months in July and August, at the end of August and early September, we now have about 95% of our network open. The sales are picking up. Every month, July has been better than June. August is better than that. But it is well below the normal standards. And I guess with the way the situation is, the fear amongst consumers about coming out, the overall spread the disease, I presume it will take a couple of more months for full normalcy to be reduced. But as of now, we have about 90 to 95%, depending on which day of the week, network which is open. There were questions around how the business performed in this period. I think I've covered that. There was a question around what our response to consolidation in the industry, especially the mega merger that's got announced now. I just would like to know or inform our shareholders that Indian apparel market is very large. The overall size of the market is between $65 to $70 billion. It's a very fragmented market, and therefore there is enough space in multiple segments for all the players. Your company has very strong brands built over a long period of time, deep distribution, and therefore we feel that we'll continue to grow despite some consolidation that's happening in the industry. I'll move to the questions around a lot of you, and thank you. I must thank you for the concern that several of you have shown towards the impact of COVID on employees, our front-end employees and our factory employees. Through the period of last 5 months, we have had about 500 cases where employees got affected. Close to 300 of the employees have fully recovered. About 220 odd are in the various stages of recovery. We continue to monitor the recovery. There is a daily tracker which comes to me every evening on what is the status across factories. Our chairman for the meeting has also taken you through our program where we had launched very early a COVID assistant emergency program. We called it CARE, where we reached out to all our employees in communication. We ensured that they are facilitated in case somebody has even the early traces of it. We also launched some programs which provided them financial assistance in terms of short-term assistance as well as increased insurance. We tied up with several external medical agencies to make sure if the employee feels something, there is a telemedicine available to them. So we are keeping a close tab on all our employees. It's a very close community and it's a large family, but very well connected family, and we are taking care of them. I'll move to the questions Mr. Kotecha was asking about the debt on 31st of March and 31st of June. As you are aware, our net debt on 31st of March was around 2,500 crores. It had increased to 3,200 crores by the end of June. And after peaking in July, I think we are in a position to now feel that the debt as we go forward will be coming down. Through this period, we have ensured that the salary of the staff, our employees, payment to vendors has been kept at a regular track. And now with recovery of sales as more and more stores are opening up, I think we are a better placed and our situation will only improve. There are questions around e-commerce. Let me first address question around dead stock. I think a couple of you have asked the question around what's the overall state of inventory. As you know that that in this business, we buy inventory significantly at the beginning of the season. So we had bought inventory in February and March, which was meant to sell between March, April, May, June. Because the stores were largely shut, this inventory was lying either at warehouse or at stores. We ensured the inventory is fully kept in a good condition. And therefore, as the market is opening up from August onwards, it's the inventory that we are carrying forward. We do not expect and anticipate any further acceleration, any devalue in this inventory because it's been kept well. Most of these products are very, very fresh products. Consumers haven't seen it. And this is what we'll sell during the period of August to November, which is this festive period. So I don't see an impact on that. The question around e-commerce, how is our e-commerce business growing? I think in some ways, the fact that stores were shut has also created an accelerated need for our digital transformation. Chairman had talked in his speech about various steps that we have taken over last 3 to 4 months. Our own e-commerce, which is our brand.com, our own websites are seeing traffic, which is 3 to 5 times higher than pre-COVID level. Our partnered e-commerce, where we sell our brands on other platforms, that's growing by about 150, in some cases close to 200%, which means 2 to 3 times. And therefore, our overall business in e-commerce is growing rapidly. At the end of last year, our brands had reached about 7 to 8% of their revenue coming through e-commerce. With this kind of growth, we expect that share of e-commerce, even when stores open up, will perhaps go into early double digit and mid-teens as we go forward. So that's about e-commerce. Mr. Krishnan had a series of questions around capital allocation, around return on capital, around debt situation, and overall capital efficiency of the company. I think, Mr. Krishnan, your point is very well taken. At the end of FY20, our return on capital had fallen, primarily because our profit, although the sales had dropped in last just almost 20 days, but we lost close to 400 crores of revenue and nearly 200 crores of profit in that period. That had impacted the profitability of the full year. The return on capital, which was in double digit in FY19, fell to about 8% in FY20. A part of it was compounded by the fact that we had made 2 acquisitions. We had mentioned that we want to get into ethnic wear segment, and we acquired 100% rights over Jaipur, and we took a majority stake in Shantanu & Nikhil. So those investments have, along with the increase in working capital, because last 20 days all our inventory was kind of stuck. We were expecting to sell almost 350 to 400 crores. And that increase in working capital plus investment have dropped it. But let me assure you, most of our businesses are very strong from capital efficiency point of view. Our branded business of Madura operates in return on capital in excess of 40%. Pantaloons business, which was negative till FY18, by FY19 and 20, we have turned it around. Pantaloons is also, including goodwill, are operating at return on capital at 8%. But if you look at incremental capital, even this business is operating in high double digits. And therefore, you can be assured as time goes, with both the major businesses delivering more than 20% return on capital, your company will be extremely well placed in terms of return on capital. I think, Mr. Krishnan, you had asked a question around Innerwear and Ethnicwear, what sort of goals and ambitions we have. As you know, Innerwear, we have entered just 2.5 years back and have created a very strong brand distribution and impact in the market. At this stage, because the size of the business is small, we are not making money in that business, but we expect to achieve positive EBITDA in 12 to 18 months. Of course, it's got now delayed with the COVID impact, so perhaps it may take a little longer, and get into double digits another 2 years from there. Ethnic is a very small business. We have just acquired and begun our journey. I think it will take a longer time for us to get a meaningful scale in EBITDA, but our ambition even in that business is to get to double-digit EBITDA with due course of time, and that's really how we are looking at it. The rationale for ethnic wear entries, it's a large market. The level of competition, at least there are no international players. The competition is limited to Indian players. We think with all our distribution, brand building skills, we will be able to build a meaningful business there, and it will be a large part for us. Let me move to the questions that Mr. Saraf had asked. Mr. Santosh Saraf, I think you had made, Mr. Saraf, a couple of suggestions on cost cutting. Let me assure you that senior management of the company, as well as the middle management of the company, has taken several steps in terms of salary corrections for themselves. There has been a reduction in the variable pay for managers across. And we have done it in a manner that the employees at the lower end are less affected. And the burden is being carried by the seniors. So we take your suggestions on that. We also notice your positive comments on the diversity. It's an important part of agenda, not just for our company, but for our Aditya Birla Group. And I have noted your suggestions on differently abled employee. That share is high, and we should definitely work on increasing that share, particularly in store roles like cashiers, some accounting roles in our factories. This is something that we are considering, and hopefully we'll be able to move forward in that. Your points about contingent liability, let me assure you that we take every step whenever there's an opportunity either presented by government or a reasonable case is made. We try and settle these cases as much as possible. We had opted for Sabka Vishwas scheme and resolved many issues of contingent liability in that period. Moving on to questions on Mr. Chandravati Gattani. I think, sir, you had asked questions around debt. I think I've addressed the question. Our FY20 debt increase, which is 2,500 crores, is significant, and I admit compared to our FY19, which was less than 2,000, about 1,800 odd crores. It is both impacted by investments that we have made in the business that year, as well as sudden change in working capital, which we could not absorb. Our plan for this year is to manage our debt in such manner that by the end of the year, we bring it down below 2,000 crores. And our effort would be to further use post-COVID situation, which is FY22, to significantly reduce debt. We have also noticed your request for visiting factory and reaching out to management. I'm sure Vitka will organize that as and when hopefully we are able to travel across. Mr. Mundra, I think you had a question on what's our break-even sale. Now, as you know, in a high fixed cost structure, especially the retail-led businesses, it's a function of sales, but it's also a function of margins. During USS period when margins are low, we need something like 550 to 600 crores. In normal period, we need about 450 to 500 crores to get to the break-even sales. I had answered your questions on inventory write-off earlier that we do not expect any significant increase in inventory write-offs. The share of online, as we said, when we started this year, we were about 7-8%. I think in FY21, this number will of course be much higher because stores have been shut. At this point of time, it's almost 20-25%, but it will even down to when stores also come back. I think by about FY22, I would be surprised if it is less than 15%, but that's the expectation we have at this point of time. You had asked a question of when will sales come back to pre-COVID level. I think it's one thing that is hard to predict at this point of time is how both the disease will play out, when will the vaccine be available, when will consumers get confidence out of it. So this will be a hard question to answer, but I still believe that by Q4 of this year or Q1 of next year at this stage, at least we are planning that we should come close to the COVID level. But as I said, it's harder to predict. Finally, coming to Mr. Gautam Tiwari, which are our brands which are contributing most of our sales? You're aware we have 5 mega brands. Louis Philippe, Van Heusen, Allen Solly, and Peterborough England are 4 very big brands and amongst India's largest apparel brands. These 4 will perhaps be out of the top 10, clearly amongst the top brands of this country. Pantaloons is also amongst the largest retailers. So these 5 put together contribute to almost 75 to 80% of our revenue. In terms of have we faced any supply issues? So far not, because suppliers, although have been affected by it, but because our own needs were very low at this point of time, we are mostly managing with the inventory that we are having. You had a question around how will we compete with others going forward. Mr. Tiwari, our business has been built around strong brands, which is communicating the benefit to customer, having intrinsically rich consumer value proposition, both in terms of product quality, fashion, style. We try and fulfill consumers' needs around that. I think as long as we are focused on consumers, we will be able to remain competitive, and that's been our long-term strength. There was a small question around how much have we saved by virtual AGM. It's probably, it's hard to answer, but it would be in the range of 25 to 35 lakhs is my assessment. I must also answer to Mr. Anand Mundra, who had sent his questions. So most of those questions, I think I have covered in terms of share of cover. There was some concern around that. Finally, Mr. Umang Desai had sent us a few questions about the future prospects of other business segments other than lifestyle and pantaloons. Mr. Desai, as you know, we have multiple other, but if I were to break them down, we have innerwear segment, which is a large part. It's a large opportunity we have just entered. We think in next couple of years, we'll build 1,000 crore business in that segment. It's an early stage in last 2 years, but we are very excited by what we have seen and achieved so far. Ethnic wear is early days. We are still in a phase of consolidating and building that business. We have a long-term plan for that, but at this point, it's very early to put a number to that. We have an international brand segment. As India gets richer over a period of time, as more people travel abroad, experience international brands, we want to make sure that as a company, we are able to fulfill that need. That business today is small. It's less than 200 crores, but over a period of time, I think this will also become a meaningful part of our business. With that, I hope I have managed to answer the questions that were raised today. Thank you once again very much for taking time to attend our AGM, and thank you for your continued support. Thank you for the concern that you have shown for our employees and our staff. Really appreciate all the support that has come from all of you for the company and its employees. And let me assure you that I'm sure in a couple of months, as COVID sort of retreats, not just our consumers will be back, our business will be in much better shape, and look forward to continued positive journey with all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Ashish, for response to all the questions. We can now proceed towards voting on the matters set out in the notice of this meeting. Let me just summarize the objective of a meeting for this 13th annual general meeting of the shareholders, which is to transact the following businesses. And there are 7 agenda topics. I'll first start on the ordinary course of business. Number 1 is to consider and adopt audited standalone financial statements of the company for the financial year ended on 31st March 2020 and reports of the director and auditors thereupon. And a sub-part of the same is the audited consolidated financial statements of the company for the financial year ended on 31st March 2020 and the reports of the auditor thereupon. The second agenda item in the ordinary course of business is to consider and appoint Mr. Sushil Agarwal, my fellow colleague who retires by rotation and being eligible offers himself for reappointment. Besides these 2 agenda items, we have a special business agenda items. Number 3, 4, and 5 is regarding appointment of Mr. Talukdar as an independent director of the company for a term of 5 years, and appointment of Nish Bhutani as an independent director of the company for a term of 5 years with effect from 5th June 2020, and my appointment as a non-executive director with effect from 1st January 2020. The 6th agenda item for transaction today is enhancement of borrowing limit of the company up to rupees 4,500 crores. And the final agenda item is creation of charge on movable and immovable properties of the company up to rupees 4,500 crores. Since the objective and implication of all these matters is already detailed in the explanatory statement forming part of the notice, I assume I have approval from all of you who have considered this as read. I understand most of you have already voted through the remote e-voting facility. For all of those who have not voted yet, we have a 30-minute window to cast your vote, which is going to start in just a few moments post closure of proceedings of the meeting. You can use the e-voting tab in the Insta Meet portal to be able to do your voting. Mr. Dilip Pardia, practicing company secretary, and if he is present, I request him to switch on his video and show the face to everybody, is appointed independent scrutinizer for the entire e-voting process. The consolidated voting results shall be declared and disseminated on the website of the company, the RTA and stock exchanges within 48 hours of the conclusion of the meeting. Thank you, Mr. Dilip Pardia. Could you raise your hand or wave to everybody? Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Our practicing company secretary. Thank you so much. We can hear you. With this, the business of the meeting is now complete. I would conclude by saying that virtual meetings have become a new norm, and conducting this meeting electronically was out of ordinary for all of us. It was my first time that I've conducted a meeting. I've been participating as directors in AGM for the last 8 to 10 years, and this is my first time that I've conducted it virtually. It's a very mixed feeling. We miss out the power of meeting everybody and interacting and getting the benefit of everybody's point of view. But this is far more productive because it gives us a benefit to be able to listen to everybody in a much more quieter environment. I, on behalf of board of ABFRL and management team, thank each and every one of you for joining us virtually today. We, both the board and the management, are optimistic of normalcy in our lives will restore shortly, and we will soon have fortune of meeting and interacting with you all in person. Until then, stay safe, stay healthy. I now declare this meeting to be concluded and request the members to proceed towards e-voting. Your 30 minutes of e-voting would just start now. Minute timer would show up. Thank you so much and have a great day.